America. Oh, glory. Whoops.
I was fake all along. America isn't real. Don't worry about it. Good evening. Laddies, lasses, and lasses. Welcome to the click. You smell so patriotic today, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I have done a lot of beautiful things on this channel, if I may say so myself, and I do. We have looked into facepalm, we have looked into confidently incorrect, which is one of my favorite themes to review online, and I found something that reminds me a lot of confidently incorrect, but with just a special little star-spanked, that's how the song goes, right? Star-spanked sparkle spice. And it is r/tAmeircansSay. And oh my god, is it beautiful. And I am so excited to share it with you all here today. Enjoy. Mwah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know how many generations removed from my European ancestors, 5 or 6, but I've been to Germany twice and had multiple instances of people engaging me in German. Because apparently I look super German.
Or, you know, it's because you're in Germany, okay? German is our official language. We engage everyone in German no matter how you look, unless there's a specific reason to assume you might not speak German. Apparently I look super American. As I was in the US, everyone spoke to me in American. I just look weird, I guess. They speak to me in American when I'm in the US, but German when I'm in Germany. Gosh, I wonder why. Oof! It's the ultimate heritage. You look like everyone. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Oh yes, indeed, mein sehr schönes kleines Schmetterling. Oh yeah. I should make a meme video in German, and like half of it is just gonna be botched grammar. It's gonna be so beautiful.
Hey, jackass! We use miles per hour in this country.
Wheels is an Australian magazine. We use metric measurements.
You're on the internet, which is American. Therefore, you can use American, the best, parentheses, measurements.
Actually, the World Wide Web was first developed in CERN. I don't blame you for not knowing that. You're apparently an American. Oh my god. I can't believe out of all the things people pick fights on and hills to die on the internet, this is the hill you choose to die on? Dear God. I don't mean to offend anyone's favorite measurement system or whatever, you know, but I've read enough, like, weird American articles on the internet where it's like, large boulder the size of a small boulder is blocking traffic, or when they're like, oh, a comet the size of 13 camels is whistling past Earth. What on God is that for kind of measurement system? Nyah!
Freedom hamburgers per bald eagle shotgun.
Wait, other countries didn't have to sing their national anthem every day at school for 12 years? Yeah, no, it was like maybe once per year. I'm gonna be honest. Do I even remember my own national anthem, like, by heart? I guess we'll find out next time it's time to sing it. It's gonna be fun. r/map most hated countries, and there are a bunch of percentages, and oh my god, US is at 7%.
Would love to see some of these countries try to frick with the US.
You're certainly not helping America's image with that statement.
That is absolutely wild. Can you imagine if you go to school or something and someone is like, oh, how dare you not like me? I'm so likable. I'll punch you in the face if you don't say that you like me.
Oh, the self-awareness is astounding. I mean, you know, there's such a thing as, like, you know, being proud of where you come from or your country or whatever. But then there's this. Which I don't even know what to call this. It's like being weirdly proud and weirdly aggressive towards other people for no reason.
Ah, you think miles per hour isn't a good metric? Well, we won a war 100 years ago. How about that?
British flags are shite, just like the British people's teeth.
This comment spits truth. England is a third world country.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that I don't think you know what that word means. just a hunch. I once saw a very white-skinned girl speaking Spanish, so I curiously asked her why she was so white. Karen, you can't go around and just ask people why they're so white anyway, and didn't look like Mexican or Latina. It turns out she was Spanish, not white.
But I thought that Spanish is a language, not a nationality. What? This is so... What? Oh my god, my mind has been blown.
A picture of bedroom side table and clawing at it, a la Wolverine style. Yeah, lol. I'll be freaking out too if my clock was displaying nonsense numbers.
Nonsense? Is this like AI generated or something? Hold on, let's zoom in. No, that's just a regular digital clock showing 36 minutes past 11 at night. Okay. You are aware that's a 24-hour set clock, right? So it's just saying it's 11:36 p.m.
I'm sorry if this isn't PC, but I don't care about the British customs.
I don't care about being politically correct or whatever. This might offend some people, but I'm not into those digital clocks. What? Are people really this desperate to be edgelords? I don't know how to read a clock. I guess I'm a bit of an edgelord. Sorry, you're offended, snowflakes. What the fuck?
Foreign passports, and there is a globe and also a America flag. It's funny to me that they have decided Americans are the only ones who might not realize they're foreigners.
Oh, this is funny. It makes sense when you travel in the US and realize how massive it is and how easy to get around it is state to state. No passport needed ever. But there are different laws to be considerate of, and dialects, and more store chains, etc. What are you talking? What? Also, it's pretty easy to travel within the EU, fam. You just need like a national ID nowadays. It's pretty chill, yo.
r/Ask Italy. Should I bring euros on my trip? I'll be visiting Italy with my mother for 2 weeks, going to a few different places like Rome, Venice, Amalfi Coast, and finally Sicily, where our cousins live. And my mom wants to know how much money, in euros, we should bring for miscellaneous things, like tip, gelato, and other snacks, anything else. I have never been, and my mom hasn't been there in 30 years, so we are not sure what to bring. We're going to bring American dollars, of course, but someone recommended we bring some euros for small purchases. Anyone know how much we should bring for small purchases over the course of 2 weeks?
Thanks. We're gonna bring USD. Why? Why? God.
I swear to God, one thing that's nice with like more of the world going cash-free is that it's easier to travel with just like a credit card and nothing else. Like sometimes the transaction rates aren't the great, so that's something to look out for. Something that can also happen like tourist traps is that you have cash machines, like ATMs basically, but the exchange rate is really bad. Like I remember I was traveling and we found ourselves like a little bit outside of the city and everything was suddenly cash, but the only places to take cash out were these ATMs with pretty poor currency exchange rate. Typical tourist traps. So good thing to look out for, but yeah, I don't think you need to bring currency that isn't actually used in the country you're going to. That's like, nah, fam.
Maybe unpopular opinion, but real English is the American English, and British English should be considered the same as a dialect. You hear that, English folks? Oi, bruv, this shit we just enjoyed.
These are the same people that think that they are the only one in the world without an accent. Because I don't hear my own accent, because obviously your own accent that you're used to hearing all around you is like the neutral one. So I'm the only one in the world that doesn't have an accent. How does it feel, everyone else? I am the ultimate center of the universe. Like, not believing you have an accent is like the main character syndrome of languages. That's kind of fascinating, isn't it? 10 Australian dollars. That is fake. $10 bills have Alexander Hamilton on them. I am not sure who that is on yours, but there has not been a change to the $10 bill.
For God's sake, it literally says Australia in the corner. Oh my Actually, it must be because I did. Why did you post this comment publicly, so confidently, and didn't even read the country on the bill? Oh my God, there is this thing online, okay, that has happened more and more in recent years, and I feel like I'm going insane, right? It's these people, like this person in the screenshot, and I feel like they learned how to write and formulate their thoughts, their godforsaken thoughts, but they never learned how to read. How did you learn to write without learning how to read?
That feels much better now. Next meme, please.
You can't be Spanish. No one is.
I am not Spanish, honey. No one is, Limao.
First of all, Spanish is language,
not a nationality. First of all, and then secondaneously. Yes, indeed.
What do you mean you are Spanish? Oh my God. That would be like me saying I'm English. Don't you know that English is a language? You're so silly.
Why is soccer such a popular sport in the UK? Football is popular all over the world, including in the USA. American football is not. Surely that tells you something.
Most countries are too broke to afford helmets and pads. Soccer is just cheaper because all you need is the ball.
Have you seen the big soccer tournaments?
Oh my God, you know how much money goes into that stuff?
It wouldn't be an American posting if we didn't have the entire world has no money, only we have money. Darn American propaganda is dumb. I remember I had a family member who was traveling through the US, and at one point he visited a colleague and their family, right, who lived kind of in the middle of nowhere. They were very nice, but it was very obvious they had never left, like, you know, the little area they lived in, right? So the first question my family member got when they arrived there was like, "Oh, you come from Sweden? Oh, I heard it's pretty bad over there. Do you have run-in water yet?" What? Huh? Preview. Final Fantasy 16 still seems like a PS5 must-have, but a couple of, I'm not gonna pronounce this because I feel like someone on Twitter is gonna edit it out of context, but it's spelled Niggles. Okay, which is not actually a bad word.
There is literally zero justification to use that word in the year 2023. Also, seriously, what the frick is going on with British people? FAG for cigarette, NIGGLE for problem. Are y'all really that discriminatory? I can feel hatred burning through generations.
It's almost like different languages in different countries have different values on different things, huh? That's and they can mean different things. Ah, Twitter. What a beautiful place for discourse, isn't it? Oh yes, indeed. Inventing problems where there just are none. It's honestly disorienting to go to Europe and see that the cars there are just smaller, and yet society keeps functioning and people are happy. It turns out everyone does not need a massive pickup truck. Who knew? Look at this comparison. It's absolutely wild. Sometimes I see American cars drive by on the street, and I'm like, damn, even compared to like our mainstream SUVs and stuff, they're huge! They're so wide! How do you park those things? Europeans, poor. I'm sorry, but not even the most granola liberal girl is going to accept a man driving that car in America, you see? If your car isn't wide so you can't park anywhere, you're gay. Certainly not a Latina. There's one thing Latina girls go crazy for, it's oversized cars. I actually doubt they would even buy that car. Europeans have smaller houses and cars because that's all they can afford. Same as football, I suppose. We can't afford knee pads or whatever, so we're forced to just kick a little ball instead. It's so tragic, man. Small cars and no knee pads. Man, Europe is such a shithole, isn't it? Americans have bigger houses and cars because we have more money and more children. Oh, okay. I was thinking, okay, I get it. Yeah, because no European people have kids, so you don't need space in your house. So we all live in, like, shacks. I understand now. Immigrants come to America, especially Asian and Latino, and get nice, big or fast cars. It's cool. Oh, God. This is 500 likes, although 5,000 retweets. So I guess this was, like lol noped pretty fast on the Twitter. But damn, what a wild thing to say. I find it astounding that people are always so very confident when it's very obvious they have never, like, been anywhere themselves, or even just googled reference images. What does an average street look like in the UK? Oh, an average street. Yeah, look pretty similar. No? We just don't do that anymore? New York Post. World Cup shocker. USA wins 1-1. What do you mean wins? That's a tie. Greatest tie against the British since Bunker Hill. But what do you mean USA? Do they consider a tie a win? Okay, I guess okay, yeah. Speaking of like new systems of counting, it's very convenient. In this counting system, we always win. How about that? Attention, all staff. When you're not working, you must be reachable via your cell phone. If you cannot be reached to accept a voluntary mandatory shift coverage of a coworker who has called in, you will be written up. Voluntary mandatory shift. You do know that's kind of an oxymoron, right? You do know that they kind of cancel out. It's either mandatory or it's voluntary. You can't have both. Or maybe it's that kind of thing, you know, where it's like it's voluntary because you can choose to do this mandatory thing, or you can choose to be fired. So it's technically voluntary. Remember to ask yourself, how can I best serve the company, which is also a family and that kind of stuff. When you are thinking about not answering your phone while on your day off or on vacation, go team! Yeah, you see, you would answer the phone if it was your family member having an emergency, and at this office, we are a family, so you are letting your family down if you don't pick up this voluntary mandatory phone call. Oh, goody. Not to mention, it's euro in France. I know. US dollars are universal currency. You can pay with them anywhere in Europe. Unlike euros, some shops in Amsterdam only accept dollars. Where did you get this info? Did you actually go there yourself and fact check this, or this is something that like your friend told you who also has never been there? Because I'm leaning towards the second alternative here.
Also, Paddy is the N-word for Irish. It's St. Patrick's Day for St. Paddy's, not Paddy.
I am gonna guess you're not Irish. I have said this many times, and I will continue to say it until the day I die. Paddy equals Patrick. Paddy equals Patricia. It's St. Patrick's Day, not St. Patricia's Day.
Paddy is the N-word for Irish. That's why I wrote it out.
You know, if you genuinely believe this, I don't think you would want to write the word out to the public comment. I'm just gonna be like, you know, it's like when those people started complaining that Karen was the new N-word, but they would write Karen out, but not the N-word. It's like, you've already shown which word is like worse, because you know deep down inside that you don't want to write one word publicly, but the other one you're fine with, you know? So, fam.
In case you forgot, look at this, handing England a note. It's almost that day again.
I guess this was posted, oh yeah, right before the 4th of July. Okay.
I don't wish to spoil the fun, but pretty much no Brit cares about July the 4th.
This website would beg to differ, says Mr. Checkmark. Is that just a thing on Twitter nowadays? Like, whenever I go on Twitter, it feels like it's gotten much worse over the last year or so, like ridiculously much worse. Whenever I go to like a trending thread or something like that, that's usually like a garbage take or opinion on top, and then it just gets worse and worse the longer you scroll. All of it is just checkmarks. Every like unhinged bad opinion or grifter is always a checkmark. Oh my god, here's like a checkmark, just like choosing to die on the hill. Like, yeah, I've decided the Brits are super offended about an American holiday, and I'm just gonna go around and die on that hill over and over and over again. Go checkmark. Why? Chicago needs to dye their river green to look Irish. In Boston, we are Irish. Damn, this is an American meme. Average city in Europe. Okay, looks like just an average suburban picture or something like that, you know, on a cloudy day. Average city in America. Oversaturated image of a sunny day in Central Park. You compare that like a random picture out of an apartment window on a cloudy day. Okay, a fair comparison, I guess. Average school in Europe. Is this even a school? If I like peek through the door there on the side, this looks like an abandoned industrial complex or something, but okay. Average school in America. This is AI generated. If you zoom in on the picture, it doesn't make sense. Like, the text is just scrambled. Bruh. Oh my god. Oh my god. European people, look at them gathering. There's like a rainbow flag. American people, you see American flags. European people don't have American flags. Take that, Europe. European woman, look at the stock photo of angry woman, I guess. American woman, look at the stock photo or AI generated image. You can just take your pick of girl in American flag smiling at camera. Beach in Europe, look at that, it's full of rocks and trash. And beach in America, look, it's isn't that like the LA Pier or something like that? Absolutely beautiful. Yes, indeed. It's great comparisons. House in Europe. I mean, that house looks really cute, not gonna lie, but I don't think I've ever seen a house like this, except for like way up in the Alps, maybe. Like when you're hiking through the mountains, you can bump into stuff like this sometimes. A house in America. Is this also AI generated? I would not be surprised. Natural beauty in Europe. Look at that, finally a nice picture. Oh my god. That's like nice hills. That reminds me of hiking. That is so beautiful. Natural beauty in America. Yeah, you see, you still don't beat it. Look at this picture with the beautiful cloud. Go America. European food. Look at this disgusting gelatine carrot cake, or god. Look at this American food, which looks more like, you know, German food to me, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But go America! America! Europe GDP 18 trillion, America GDP 28 trillion. Go America!
Oh my god, Europe has cloudy days. In America, it's always sunshine and about 30% oversaturation in Photoshop. It's funny how that goes. It's called freedom!
Good news! Singapore Airlines will pay staff a bonus worth 8 months' salary after a record of 5.1 billion profit. That is amazing.
8 months' wages, but then you find out that a month's wage for them is a single day's wage for the average American.
15 likes. 15 people read this comment and was like, this is a method I can support. They think Singapore is poor? Because they think it's Singapore. You can't spell Singapore without poor. European chocolate is so low quality it cannot be sold as chocolate in America. 94 likes.
Oh, you sweet summer child. Oh, God.
Underage Malia Obama, 20. This underage 20-year-old spotted sipping on a $20 bottle of rosé. College student spotted being a college student. Okay, this is something that I always find so hilarious as a European trademark. Like, damn, I started hitting the pubs when I was 18 years old. Some of my, like, German friends started when they were 16. So whenever I see, like, an American article or, like, a cancellation or something where somebody's like, oh my god, they were drinking when they were 20. Look at this naughty person. I'm like, When I was 20, I was, like, in 2nd grade in uni. I've been partying for a good few years at that point. But I suppose I am just Satan incarnate. Oh yes, everyone knows that Satan enjoys a good lager beer. I don't want your pity. I want you to understand I don't give a frick. I have this magical thing called a spine, and I find it ridiculously funny you're trying to lecture me. You're trying to lecture, on a word that is also reflects me. I am 38.52% Japanese. So my guy, chill. 38.52%. Okay, so you did one of those like DNA tests where you send in some spit or whatever, and it gets back with a cute little map, and it's like, oh my god, I'm 0.2% Swedish unicorn. Oh, hell yeah. I'm just gonna spoil this, like a DNA test doesn't give you like magical knowledge against language. Just gonna put that out there. It irrationally annoys me that someone on this British train crossed a plug socket to Americanize it. Plug socket, electrical outlets. Silly English people, they don't even know how to speak English. First letters on license plates in Europe. Look at all those license plates.
So America doesn't exist on a map, or am I missing something?
America doesn't exist on a map of Europe. That is right. I seriously hope you're joking now. That was a joke, right?
So, let's just ignore USA. Shaking my head. Oh my god. Oh, look at this European map. Where is the USA? Where is America? Oh my god, I guess just ignoring it. That's so rude.
Hey everyone, I know this is a European map, but according to this main character of TikTok, their country still has to be added to it despite being on a different continent, but because otherwise it's unfair or something. Europe isn't very big. What would you do for 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Dear, oh my god, I would say that if you want to travel through Europe, okay, there are many beautiful places to visit, but if you go somewhere like Rome, for example, or Prague, or any of these beautiful cities, I would say like usually you can spend like at least 5 days in each city easily if you have like a relatively tight schedule. You can spend a bit longer if you want to take it easy and take your time and maybe visit more niche things and that kind of stuff, but that kind of stuff is a pretty good time frame. Like 5 days-ish for a city vacation is pretty decent if you want to like properly explore it. So 2 weeks, you can pretty easily fill that up, fam. That's like 2 cities and a little bit of gap time for travel and stuff. Like, I think you're good. I bought this stupid Murica ice cream only to open it up and start laughing because it just occurred to me that it's the frickin' French flag. Oh no! Oh, that's so beautiful.
I thought the French flag was all vanilla.
That's a very original joke. Let's keep reading the comments, shall we?
Wouldn't it just be vanilla if it's a French flag?
Ah, it's almost as funny the second time.
If it was a French ice cream, it would be all white and covered in the back of the freezer.
It was almost as funny the third time as the first 2 times.
Those are American colors. It's not our fault the French had no creativity when making their flag.
Okay, surely this is rock bottom. It cannot get worse.
If it was all vanilla, it would be a French flag. Looks American to me. The French is plain white.
And there wouldn't be a French anymore if it wasn't for the French flag would be all vanilla.
Ooh, oh boy, that was funny. Wow.
Genuine question. What does England do during the 4th of July? Like, obviously they don't celebrate, but are they aware of the date? Do they joke about it? Do they mention it at all? Or is it like the awkward elephant in the room? Do they mourn? Is it a somber day? Do they get annoyed? Are they pressed? Or do they not even think about it at all?
52,000 likes. Ah, TikTok discourse, isn't it beautiful? Discussing the topics you didn't think that anyone was actually discussing, but surprise, surprise, here we are, baby. Oh, wow, isn't it? Isn't it a beautiful, beautiful thing? Oh, yes, indeed. When I arrived in America, and the first thing border control said was, born in 2002, I was invading a foreign country that year. That is a wild thing to just casually drop on someone in like passing at the airport. Oh my god. I'm confused. So do you not like America? 12 likes.
It's like, oh, this is a bit of an awkward thing to just pop into conversation with a random stranger. But don't you like America?
So why do you go to America then? All these people go to America and then say how bad it is. Get out then. I went to visit for an event. Didn't expect to hear about invasion of foreign places on arrival though. Womp womp. Oh my god. Ever considered not moving to America? Stay in the Middle East. I went to visit for an event. I was invited. I also don't live in the Middle East. What are these comments? 47 likes. It's unhinged. I can't believe the creator of this post is actually getting like sort of ratioed in these comments. That is absolutely wild. He might be your dad. That's... I don't think that's the kind of like... I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's not the kind of own you think it is. It's like... Oh gee, no, that's horrible. Oh my god, man. But we can do so many other things. Wait a second, I think I recognize the guy on the right. I think he's Chili Klaus. He's like a chili eater dude from Denmark.
Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm German, and I feel like I understand a little bit, but I never spoke German. I'm American, I enjoy this channel. It is fun, and I learn another language. I'm sure it's gonna get better when we get to the chili emojis.
You understand they speak Danish, right? And not German.
Hey everyone, I scored 5% German on my DNA test, and my ancestors are speaking through me, and I feel like I understand this interview through my pure heritage.
And that is not even the language you think it is. Dear God, that's embarrassing. Euros look 10 times better than dollars. Look at this sweet pile of euros. That's like $10 US money though, so... I swear to God, you can just Google USD to euro exchange rate. Dollars worth 10 times more. I'm very certain dollars are not worth 10 times more. Too bad, it will be worthless long before the dollar. What are you talking about? Yeah, and easier to fake. Don't European countries use bills instead of coins? So isn't this just like $20? Don't European countries use bills instead of coins? Oh, so you're saying that, you know, the bills in Europe are equal to coins because European money is so worthless compared to the glorified USD, and therefore this is no money at all, despite not even looking at, you know, the numbers on the bills and then just Googling the current exchange rate or whatever, you know. No, we're not doing like, you know, 15 seconds of fact checking here. God, and the first comment has 407 likes. Oh!
I am from Merca. I speak Merca and Canadian.
What is that? Does that mean like you speak English and French? Or do you mean that you speak English and English? What? I am so annoyed with everyone using military time during my trip to Berlin. The war is over, people. Get with the times.
Ooh, 5 people saw this and were like, I'm gonna like this tweet. Those silly Germans don't understand they can't use military time in peacetime.
I mean, we don't even call it military time. Checkmate, atheists. Kids in America actually dress like this to go to school for real? Europeans don't grasp exactly how long the American school day is, and exactly how much of their lives young people spend being herded around from class to class like cattle. 75,000 likes. I haven't gone to school in the US, honestly, but I would imagine the school days are relatively comparable, I would imagine. Twitter is weird, man. It's arguing things I never thought, like, I would ever get into an argument about. Like, bruh. How to say tulip. Tulpani, tulipan, tulpan, tulpanani. Well, Finnish isn't the real language, so it's okay. Why are there so many languages? Just have like 4 or 5 at most. What do you mean? Why does Europe have so many languages? Can't they just have like English, French, German, Russian, and Turkish? Oh, right. In Belarus they speak only Russian, and in Romania speaks Italian. Oh, and Bulgaria speaks Turkish. Dude, what the frick? I mean, why does Europe have so many different languages? Like, as a genuine question, why did someone create a whole new language? I don't even know where to begin, man. I don't even know where to begin. Like, some of these opinions that are thrown out there just like...
What?
America invented craft beer, and Budweiser is a multinational. Average back in the day, beers were 5% ABV. Light beers are 3.2%. Craft beers are usually 6% plus. I guarantee your country's beer are weaker than average craft beers.
Americans invented craft beer. Mate, some of my local craft breweries are older than your country. People pick the weirdest little hills to die on, don't they? Everyone is just sitting in a nice little field, just chilling, and then there's like this dude sitting in the corner, just playing in the mud, insisting on building a little hill, just so he can climb this mud hill, just to die on it. We're all just sitting and having a nice picnic in this field. Why are you playing in the mud and insisting on building this hill just to die on it? Why? Why do you do this? Ah, look, it's a model plane. That's really cool.
It's the Concorde, posted on 9/11. What did he mean by this?
Probably that he just happened to post a picture of a model he liked on that date. Probably, yeah. Why is he mad about posting the picture of a Lego set on the day of the 50th anniversary of the 1973 Chilean coup d'etat? I know, God, it's so upsetting. Sand when it hits a temperature of 3090 Fahrenheit.
For those wondering what Fahrenheit is, it's the temperature system that the only people have landed on the moon used.
3,000 likes. Absolutely astounding. NASA used metric for their calculations, though.
Doesn't matter. NASA is American, and America uses imperial. So get World War losers. Who are these people? Oh my God, absolutely insane.
I wouldn't be surprised if half of these people are just trolls who's just sitting there and playing into this like wild thing. Oh my God, I can't believe this is a real person just sitting there and be like,
oh my God, I had nothing to do with this, but people landed on the moon, so get fricked, all you people that use metric.
I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Because I feel like I'm going a little bit insane at the moment, right? I don't think I've ever referenced anything like good my country has done in the past that I personally had nothing to do with, when like engaging with an argument with someone, right? It's like, you know, I'm arguing like, where does the best beer come from? And then I just jump into the conversation and be like, ha! But we have the Nobel Prize! Suck that, you little shit! What does that have to do with anything? It just blows my mind when I like twist this whole thing around and imagine me doing the same thing. It just feels so insane.
People love American tourists because we exchange our real money for fake local currency. The entire Eurozone is an elaborate scheme to trick Americans into thinking this monopoly money is valuable. And here is a stock image of euros.
Okay, this is probably the best conspiracy so far in this video. Europe isn't real, it's just a giant fake amusement park to get Americans to buy fake money. I mean, you can literally just go to an exchange office and change it back on your way home if you want to. Of course, exchanging it twice isn't great for the exchange rate. You gotta lose a few percentage of money there in those couple of steps, but I mean, you can still do it. The money is still obviously worth something.
Oh my God, I swear to God, these people have never left a basement.
Average wake-up time by countries. South Africa, 6:24 a.m. Colombia, Costa Rica, Indonesia, Mexico, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, and so on.
America is 5 a.m. or earlier. Go to any gym in America and you would understand. We do more by 9 a.m. than most of the world do in their entire day.
This person has watched too many of those like hashtag grindset inspirational Instagram reels.
Yeah, you want to know how you get rich? Wake up by 4:30 a.m., drink a power smoothie, go to the gym, then meditate, then have a dad that is a billionaire, and then you read a book. How to be rich.
Europeans are poor and don't have unlimited texting like most US plans. They use WhatsApp instead of SMS.
My plan that I have on my phone is unlimited 5G surf, and it costs like $40 a month. My internet at home is 1 gigabit up and down fiber. Yeah, so anyway.
I wonder if it belonged to my ancestors. Look at this 14th century abandoned castle in Scotland. Here is my results. 0% Italian, 0% Nordic, 0% Irish, and 100%
What? 100% reason to call you a yank? Okay, I thought it was the same person first. I was like, why are they including everything that's 0%? Oh, that's pretty funny.
2. I am Scottish, Irish, Polish, French, Cherokee, Mohawk, and English. I'm a direct descendant of King Henry according to my grandmother.
I am actually royalty. Source? My grandma said it at some point.
I'm also McClester.
I don't know what the second M is supposed to mean, but okay.
And Reed, both clans whom were MacGregors and survived when England was hunting to exterminate them. So I'm pretty sure the yank here is you. I'm just trying to find out more about my ancestry, you bloody fool.
No wonder they have identity problems. This guy is not only British royalty, but his own clan suppressor. Yeah, it's complex in that way. It's very complicated. r/Italian learning.
How to Italianize my name.
Italianize, what does that mean?
I am studying abroad this fall, and I want to go by a more Italian version of my name when I'm there.
No, you just do this, and you make it sound Italian. It's like, the click. There you go. Italianize it. This is so weird.
It's just a personal preference. I feel like the flow of my spelling and my accent gets a little messed up.
It's like, my name is Courtney. I'm going to French to study abroad. How can I Frenchify it so I can identify more with the culture when I'm there? Le Courtney. There you go. Nailed it.
I feel the flow of my speaking and my accent gets a little messed up when I have to say my name in a sentence, and I think it will help me feel more immersed in the culture. My name is Kaylin. What Italian names or nicknames are most similar?
Saying this with kindness and from experience in Firenze. If you're not Italian, you don't need an Italian name and you don't need to prepare how to be immersed. You arrive, immersion begins. It will be different than you imagined, but it's more amazing if you let it unfold on its own. And if you must with a name, use K. Say it like K and then A. It's drawn out the most, and also like K. Man, I nailed those ones. Anyway.
I am part Italian, lol.
Spotted the American. And the comment was really like wholesome and helpful and like, you know, from previous experience and everything. And they're like, actually, I did a DNA test a bunch of years ago and I'm actually 4.3% Italian, so please sit down. When you visit Europe from America and see almost exact replicas of building you've seen in Boston and New York.
Huh?
Can someone explain to me with rational arguments why Americans prefer iMessage over WhatsApp? Opening WhatsApp feels like I'm visiting a developing country. Haha, a best comment ever.
Now this is some else. Look at this, and printed it on my nail.
That's kind of a cool pattern, actually.
Anybody want to talk about how the month is 13?
13/04/2018. Oh, you see, it's this magical thing called having the dates in, like, an order that makes sense. You know, smallest to biggest. Oh. I am confused because if Tokyo's metro has 33 million more people than Houston's, why does the latter have more congested highways? The one that won the war has freedom.
Wait, what? Houston has worse traffic because freedom and war. They just spew out like war, freedom, and winning is just buzzwords. And it's a response to everything. Oh my god.
Get ready for St. Patrick's Day. Here they come. Americans coming to tell you about their Irish heritage.
At least Americans are proud of their heritage. Can't say the same about the Irish people in Ireland.
Oh man, that's great.
Trips to Europe aren't for everyone. It's not easy. We walk 20,000 steps a day, lug our suitcases over cobblestones and up 7 flights of stairs to the tiny apartment that has no elevator or AC. Change cities every 2 to 3 days.
Okay, that does sound exhausting though, if you're like hopping cities every 2 days. You like have one night of chill in between travels. That sounds exhausting.
Don't speak the language and sometimes order sardines when we didn't mean to. Wake up very early and go to bed very late, and we are always tired. It's exhausting.
It just sounds like an exhausting way to plan your vacation. It's probably a good idea to have at least like maybe 4 days at each place. So you have like a couple of nights so you can like recover after traveling and that sort of thing. This just sounds like way too intense vacation planning.
10 out of 10, still recommend though.
Okay, okay, whatever. Ava, 1 star.
Misspellings. A little disappointed, and I'm only in chapter 2. Words misspelled, like story should be story. Odor, odor. Realize with a Z. Recognized, memorized. How unfortunate that those were overlooked. I get discouraged when I read a book that has so many misspelled words. I'm sure I will find more, and that makes me not want to read this book.
2 people found this helpful. What a helpful review. Thumbs up, Ava. The most European mind cannot comprehend this thing around America flag. Value size
1,000 tablets. Ibuprofen 1,000. Oh my god. 1,000? How do you even finish this before it expires? Holy shit, dude.
Like, even if you take 1 pill a day, even if it's like some chronic thing, like it's treating, you know, painkiller for post-recovery operation or something like that, I take 1 pill a day, that will still take like 3 years to empty. Oh my god. Please quit talking in other languages. I am American. Only speak American around me, thank you. When will you marry me? Mean age at first marriage for women and men. So we have Spain and Seville, then here 34.5 to 36.7, and then it goes all the way down here. It's a pretty interesting graph, actually. That's pretty fascinating.
Funny to post in the US and not have the US in the data.
Funny to post in the... Oh, you think the entire internet is American? Is that what you mean? Okay, so you can't post data about other countries on the internet because it's not American enough. Alright, whatever you say, little buddy. So here's like a little video of a family eating burgers.
Now here it is USA inclusive.
Mary Bros, what's our response?
Well, Europoers can't afford enough food to even get fat.
This is one of those screenshots where I see people just riling each other up for no reason, and every single person in this screenshot is just a complete butthole. Oh my god, the buttholes are playing in the mud. Isn't it a beautiful sight? So here's a little map of all the different traffic signs.
Back in the better days, NYC traffic lights had the words walk and don't walk instead of the idiotic icons. They disappeared almost overnight.
Idiotic icons until you go on a foreign trip and end up on a crossing telling you to siga and pere or stoi and ids. Yeah, it gets complicated quite fast.
I am 25% Italian, 50% Irish, and 25% German. If I visit Europe, will they be surprised about my mixed heritage? Will I be considered from Ireland rather from Italy and Germany since I'm 50% Irish?
Europe will be amazed by this and astonished as you walk by swinging your Sheila and singing Verdi in German with a slight Bavarian accent. Ah, they will remark, here is a typical German, Irish, Italian American come to visit us. Let us try to sell him some tourist tot at ridiculous prices. Just enjoy your visit. No one really cares about your heritage. They will just think you are an American. It's okay to travel and just enjoy it. You know, that's what most people do. It's perfectly fine. Just go nuts. Can I pay Austrians US minimum wage if they are located in Austria? What like a abusive American employer thing to say. Hello, Austrians! I'm planning on hiring some interns, bilingual Austrian students for IT internships. I plan on paying the project management interns minimum wage because they are the least important. US minimum wage is 7.25 an hour, and I think Austrian is around 20. Okay, even if you were allowed to do this, let me just stop you before I read the rest. Even if you were allowed to do this, why on earth would anyone living in Austria take you up on this offer? Oh gee, let me get this remote job for like 1/3 of the salary I would make just working local. Even if this was allowed, there's such a thing as like competitive local salaries. Oh my god. I simply can't, in good conscience, pay the project management interns $20. Any help would be appreciated. Yeah, you're a completely lost cause and shouldn't be an employer for anyone because, my god, your priorities are just out the window. And you're also, like, completely detached from reality. Like, not only is this probably illegal, even if it was legal, no one would accept these positions because you're offering 1/3 of the salary that they already get offered locally. Like, it's not competitive. You're just ridiculous. Is Mediterranean a slur to Italians? Answer, no. It's a C. That's beautiful, straightforward, hell yeah.
Don't mess with Texas.
Is that the North Korean flag? Oh my god, why are you so confident about whatever it is that you want to like protest or make noise about? But you can't even like just do a Google image thing to make sure you printed the right flag. That blows my... Oh my god, if I was like this invested in something, I sure as shit would make sure I was at least carrying the right flag. Oh my god!
You guys call soccer football. That's not normal.
I'm just gonna drop this here. Look at this. Football, football, football.
It's amazing to see how few countries know that soccer is the correct term. Sad emoji.
Oh my god, how could the entire world be incorrect except me? It's funny how that works.
To remember how many feet there are in a mile, you just gotta use 5 tomatoes. 5 tomatoes sounds like 5280, and there is 5,280 feet in a mile.
To remember how many meters there are in a kilometer, you just remember 1,000. Because the system of measurement in the rest of the world wasn't invented by a drunk mathematician rolling dice.
What is it? We're the Americans using feet and everything.
Anything you want to tell us?
Wait, there is another city called Rome that doesn't exist in Georgia, USA?
Uh-huh. Indeed, there is.
I was watching Fox News and they mentioned Rome in Italy? Am I confused? Is there a Rome in Italy?
Italy? Rod Stewart fears we're too late to stop global warming. Why does he care? He's not a US citizen. He's not affected. Oh, God, that hurt to read.
Ancestry DNA.
Oh my god, this feels like when you go way too far into a YouTuber sponsorship, doesn't it? It's like, hey everyone, I got this tattoo of Raid Shadow Legend. Anyway, Ancestry DNA. 42% Scandinavian, 26% Native American, 24% European, and 8% Asian. Okay, great. Why on earth would you tattoo this? Like, it's an online service where you send in like a bit of spit to get like a DNA thing. Don't get me wrong, like doing family research and stuff can be very entertaining to like track where your family comes from and that sort of thing and see what your ancestors were up to in history and that sort of thing. It can be a very entertaining thing to do. But, I don't know, I probably wouldn't get it tattooed on my arm. Just gonna be honest, fam. That's probably not the priority I would personally go for. Well, laddies, lasses, and lassos, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here, you wonderful, beautiful bean, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.